This is the Annunciator here in San Antonio, Texas. And tonight we're going to be talking about, are you really in God's fight? You heard me. Are you really in God's fight? That is a question that I'm putting out to all these leaders, these apostles, these prophets, these evangelists, these bishops, these elders, these pastors, teachers, men and women of God, all of you claiming to be in the God's fight, yet not willing to give your all to be in his fight. I told you, I'm the Annunciator. I'm going to come at you with things that the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, places in my heart to ask you guys, are you really in God's fight? Really? I heard this President used the other day when the Republicans were on him, talking about suing him for doing his job. It's amazing, huh? You're doing your job, other people are trying to run around and sue you, and you look at him and says, really? Well, apostles. Well, prophets. Well, prophetess. Well, evangelists, pastors, teachers, bishops, elders. Are you really in God's fight? Tell me. Think about what I'm talking about. You say that you are in God's fight, but you're not willing to die. There's a whole lot of people saying that they're in a fight, but they're not willing to give up their lives for it. Tell me, especially you apostles. The apostles that we learned about in the past, the 12, not one of them survived except for one, and his name was John, the Revelator. And he was even put on an island all by himself until came time for Yeshua the Messiah, or God, the Son of God, to come and take him. Yet, that was his fight. But I'm asking you tonight, are you really in God's fight? Let's think about it. Let's go and look at the issues. Some of you tonight are sitting down and you're preparing your sermons for tomorrow. Some of you are sitting down, just getting back from a movie or somewhere, you've already got your thing planned for tomorrow when you get to your churches. A lot of you, I notice all on Facebook, all on other places, you're continuing on the same path as all the other denominations, especially you apostles. Apostles walk a different path than everyone else. They walk a path that leads straight to death every day. When they are telling the truth about the whole thing, not no watered down truth, they don't walk just like the others at these different denominations. Non-denominations, denominational, you have the apostolics. I visit a lot of apostles every day on Facebook just to see what path that they're really on. And all of them that I see, they're all probably mostly on the same path. Inside of a building. Yet, there was an apostle, as they were stoning him, named Stephen. He stated that God does not live in buildings made with human hands. In Acts. Yet, all I see are those who claim to be in the fight. But what type of fight are you in? Your fighting is just going to service on Sunday mornings and Sunday afternoons and Wednesdays and a few times during the week, and going out visiting other people at their churches, and they coming back to visit you at your church. Is that find a fight that you really in for God? Then guess what? I'm here to tell you that God don't need you in his fight. You're not even worthy to be in a part of his fight. You see, God's looking for people who's willing to give their all for him. For him. To win the souls. Not win members, but win souls for him. We have so many churches around the world, around the United States. We have over 300, maybe 400 here in San Antonio alone. And I went down one street, and there was every block there was a church on it. And every church was telling their members, hey, we're the one. We're the one. We're in the fight for God. But really? I'm looking at you and I'm like saying, really? Really? Are you in the fight for God? Huh. Why? Why are you in this fight? I'm trying to step on your toes. I'm going to make you a real man. Just because you have a doctorate degree in theology or a master's degree in divinity does not mean that you've been called by God, especially you apostles. I know you're going to get upset. But this just goes out for the apostles. It goes out to all the other people that walk around with their master degrees and their doctorate degrees and reverend doctors and all these guys walking around thinking, oh, God called me because I'm in this big old church building. But guess what? God doesn't live in buildings made with human hands. And for you apostles, God calls you to do a new thing. Sometimes he calls you to plant, and other times he calls you to water. Most of the time, you're planters and waters, because the time is moving real quick.